So it's finished full-time Corsham Town 1, Winchester City 1. I'm delighted to be able to catch up with Henry Brooks, who played the first half here this afternoon. Henry, how'd you find it today?
It was tough. Yeah, conditions were hot, ground not greatest, but we put that past us. That happens in pre-season. I think spells of the game where we were in control, but then there's times where Corsham adapted to that. Sat back a bit deeper and we just couldn't get a hold of the ball like we would normally, but that's what pre-season's about, working around it. Obviously with Luke coming in, great coach, trying new things, trying to adapt to the press that he likes, which seems to be working well, and hopefully as the games come we'll get more used to it and it all works out how we planned.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously pre-season can be particularly tough. You've been back now for a couple of weeks. How are you finding it so far?
Tough, hard work. I mean, this is first team pre-season I've had.
Yeah.
But you know, the squad's is coming together, working well together, working hard together, pulling each other through, which is what we need at this stage to build the bonds that will take us through the season, through the tough times, through the good times. But no, it's really good, really good. Benefits slowly coming through, but that's what pre-season's about.
Yeah, absolutely. So like you say, it's your first pre-season for you, so we're coming into your first full season with the first team. Do you set yourself any targets, any goals for the season?
For me, obviously I'm still 17, young, to just try and get as many minutes as possible, potentially start a few games, get some goals, which I was shocked about when I first started playing last season, scoring those 2 goals.
Yeah,
but
you shot yourself into the limelight last season, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's just continue the way I left off really in that position and hopefully build on a bit more, a few more minutes and maybe a couple of starts here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure if you can carry on the form that you finished with last season, City fans will be absolutely over the moon. So we look forward to speaking to you again later in the season.
And cheers, thank you.
So I'm joined by Ryan Pryce. Ryan Pryce, Winchester City's first team coach after this afternoon's 1-1 draw at Corsham Town. Pricey, what was your take on the game?
Bit chalk and cheese really from what we saw Thursday from the lads. Obviously it was a different environment. It was on a grass pitch. Thursday was 3G. It was bumpy, it was dry, the grass was long, it was hot conditions. So taking all that into account, you've got to give the lads a bit of a leeway, but in essence we weren't good enough today. We quality on the ball weren't good enough. We didn't really do anything that we'd done in training. We didn't press like we did on Thursday. But it's a good level. The lads got 45 minutes in their legs. We come out with no injuries, which was a positive. So if you're going to take a positive from it, that's probably all we can take from today.
Yeah, absolutely. It all, I suppose pre-season is one of those things that everybody looks at it differently, but I suppose you can look at it and say, played 2 unbeaten, and the lads getting the minutes in, which, like you say, is important. So as we look ahead to Slough on Tuesday night, what are your thoughts going into that game?
It'll be a difficult game. They're a very good footballing team. Underwood and Baker down there have been there for a good number of years, and they've always been renowned for being a good passing football team. That's why they've got their 3G pitch. They put on a 3G pitch if you're just going to shell it like some teams. But yeah, no, we'll go there. We'll enjoy it. We'll hopefully have a good account of ourselves. It'll be a nice surface. The lads can pass the ball around. We can pop it. We know we're going to probably not see as much of the ball as we have the last two games. Yeah, but most importantly, like you say, that if we want to go there, if we don't want to pick up any injuries and get more minutes in the legs of the lads. But hopefully we can improve. Well, we will have to improve from what we've seen today, because otherwise it'll be a very long 90 minutes, and the lads will just be chasing shadows.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I meant to ask you this when we caught up in the week, but obviously we touched upon the fact that you've now taken control of the under-23s. Talk me through how you think that's going to how that's going to pan out for you this season, and sort of what your plans are.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm glad that I've been trusted by the gaffer and by Elliot and Keith, that they think that I'm suitable and trust enough to look after the 23s. It's something that I'm really excited to do. Mike's obviously going to be helping me out, which I know he's looking forward to.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate enough that I'm taking over a very good and a high quality bunch of lads. Luke and Danny from last year have assembled a good squad. The under-18s are very good high standard again, which credit to Jamie and Winchester City, to be fair, because they've been renowned for bringing youth players through. Obviously, we've had Henry the last year. There's been a few lads in pre-season from the under-18s that are too old now to play in it. They've stepped up. They've looked good. But no, I'm looking forward to it. There'll be I want to try and run it as a first-team environment. So when 23 players step into the first-team environment, it's very much there's no change of what we do.
Yeah, sure.
I want the setup to be the same, and the standards will be as high as what the 23s will play. I don't want people coming in to the 23s group and just treating it like an under-18s. People playing for the 23s will be playing there on merit. They won't be there because we've got no one else. If we haven't got anyone else, then we'll have a first team lad that needs minutes to play in it. So no, I'm excited about it. It'll be a good adventure, and hopefully myself personally, hopefully it'll increase my development into the coaching role.
Yeah, absolutely. So following on from that, what are your personal aspirations as you're starting to go down the coaching route now that your playing days are coming to an end?
Good question for that. I want to learn as much as I can, and I think I'm at the best club and for the best manager that I can learn from, and the coaching staff. Obviously, Luke's just come on board, which he's a very, very good coach, and picking up session plans and how to put on a session, which excites me, and that's something I want to learn about and get better at. Delivering team talks and tactical awareness, I need to get better at, obviously, because it's my first involvement into the coaching setup. But just we'll take each game, each week as they come, and hopefully we'll have a successful season, both first team and with the 23s.
Absolutely, fingers crossed. Well, thanks for your time, Pryce. Look forward to catching up again soon.
Cheers, Matt. Top man.
See ya.